Earlier this year, I launched my own membership and my own app with Uscreen, specifically to help y'all creators learn all the things about YouTube and how to grow and how to start and how to make money and literally all the things. I feel like when we talk about how to make money as a YouTuber, we always bring up memberships, right? Like create a membership, whether it's on YouTube or Uscreen or like wherever, right? And we tell people about memberships, but I feel like so many people are confused on what it takes to actually start a membership. So I wanted to walk you through the exact steps you need to start a membership, to create a membership, to get a membership going in today's video. This video is sponsored by Uscreen. I'm gonna be honest, I'm using this mic today to keep y'all closer to my face because there's a lot going on in my house. My kids are still not back to school after Hurricane Helene. My husband's home, and I'm trying to hopefully drown out the noise. So hopefully it works. But if you hear background noise, just know we are doing this thing over here regardless of not perfect circumstances. All right, so I'm gonna pull up a Google Doc that literally has checkboxes to show you what we're gonna talk about today and to show you exactly what you need to start a membership. And the cool part about this is it's actually not hard at all. And I should also say that everybody's membership is gonna look a little bit different. Like yours is gonna look different than mine, mine's gonna look different than hers, hers is gonna look different than his. Like everybody's gonna look a little bit different because we all have our own like niches and topics and people we're talking to, as well as style and things we wanna talk about and all the things. So we're all going to look a little bit different. My membership is a teaching membership. So it is something where when you log in, you start to learn things. But there are tons of memberships by creators that are not like teaching memberships, right? And so you can make this look however you want this to look. I feel like I bring up Rhett and Link because they're some of my favorite creators a lot, but I have to kind of like bring them up here because they have a membership that's not teaching at all. It's literally like behind the scenes and, uncut footage and, bonuses and things like that. So yours can look however you want it to look, okay? So just put that out there. Okay, so we're gonna take it all the way back to the basics and start with the fact that you need an ideal client. And replace the word client with viewer, customer, whatever you wanna use here. But essentially you need an ideal person who's going to want part of this membership. So somebody who is invested in you, who wants to learn from you or who wants to hang out with you or whatever the scenario is, who is that person? Find your who. That's going to be step number one, honestly. And your who should really align with the who that you're talking to in your content. So it shouldn't be that hard to figure this out. The second thing here is a problem that you're solving. Now, again, some memberships are teaching memberships, some are entertainment memberships, some are, a hybrid of the two, but there's almost always going to be a problem that's being solved. And by problem, I mean either that like people want the behind the scenes of things or that people want more of the free content you're giving them, or that people have an actual problem that you need to help them solve. So in my case, Crash, my membership, I am helping people get started on YouTube, grow on YouTube, and make YouTube their like full-time thing. So that is the problem I'm solving. Like people don't know how to get started on YouTube, people don't know how to grow, and people don't know how to make being a creator and being a YouTuber a full-time gig. So that is the problem I'm solving. But again, your problem is going to be very specific to you, very specific to your audience, and it doesn't have to be that heavy, but you do have to kind of have a grasp on what that problem is. Okay, the next thing you need is material to have inside the membership. I feel like this is like duh, but there's got to be something in there that people want to watch, that people want to consume, that people want to, be a part of, like whatever the scenario is. So you've got to have an idea of what this material is going to be. You can totally launch a membership with the promise of material coming, but that's kind of hard to sell. So I would at least have a little bit of material in your membership from the very beginning that you can sell and they can go straight into and start consuming. Whether it's behind the scenes, whether it's, an exclusive podcast episode, whether it's an exclusive YouTube video, like whatever it might be, have some content in there and then also have a plan for what your general material will be in the membership. And this is a big one, y'all. Okay. So you need to have a plan for making it worth their while to stay from month to month. This is where in the past, when I've tried to do memberships, I have like really struggled because I don't want to be constantly having to create material and put it in there, create new material and put it in there. And with something like teaching YouTube, I have created so much material over the years that I don't need, like, if I'm going to create more material, it's just going to be fluffy. I've got everything you need in there. And so for me, it's exclusive content. So it's going to be secret podcast episodes. It's going to be access to me. It's going to be being able to ask me questions. But for you, it might be that there's monthly content, or that there's new content every month, or whatever, or a combination of all of it. But you've got to come up with a plan on what's going to keep them there from month to month, because if they're not being kept there month to month, they're not going to stay month to month, and you're constantly going to have a churning out of members, which is going to be really hard to grow a membership that actually makes you any money. All right, I feel like strategically, that's pretty much what you need. But technically, you're going to need a few more things, okay? So the number one question I get is, how do I actually host a membership? How do people log in, get access to these things, etc.? And that is next on the list, because you have to have a platform to host it in. Back in the day when I was bootstrapping, I think I hosted a membership completely, rigged up in the back end. But let me tell you, when I tell you that it is much better and much easier and much more streamlined and worth your time to have a hosting platform to actually run this membership to, I mean it. And I'm a big fan of not giving your money away to a platform. So things like Patreon or YouTube's subscription model, I don't love those, because you're giving away so much of your money every month to the platform. And so I recommend having a platform to host on, and I highly recommend Uscreen. When I was picking a membership platform, I wanted something that was high-end, that was easy to use, that was beautiful, because let me tell you, as an ex-web designer and someone who comes from the graphic design world, when tools are ugly, I can't use them, So I was looking for something that was visually appealing. I was looking for something that was easy to use for both me and for the person in the membership. I was looking for something that was high end, and Uscreen delivered on all of those points. So with Uscreen, they literally have it set up specifically for creators just like you. And they are literally dedicated to helping creators monetize their content. So if you've ever watched Yoga with Adrienne here on YouTube, her membership is built through Uscreen, and it is just the most delectable Netflix style binge-worthy platform that I have ever seen. I love it so much. And the best part, literally the best part about it, and this sounds dramatic, but it's not, is that you can get your own white labeled app. Okay, so it's always been a dream of mine to have an app and to create an app and do the things. Uscreen does it for you if you want them to, and it's friggin' amazing. If I pull up my phone right now and I go to the Crash app, this literally is my app. It's got all of my content in it. It has got everything that's branded to me. There is nothing about Uscreen on it. So when you come to it, it again looks really high end. It looks really professional, and I love it so freaking much. It just got really bright in my office. Because Uscreen is dedicated to helping video creators monetize their content and create memberships that actually make them money and all the things, they have all of these tools built in to just make this the most amazing membership ever. You can do free trials, you can set your own price, you can, have your community set up in the way you want it, you can have your content set up in the way you want it. The whole thing is completely customizable to you, and that's one of the reasons that I love it so much. A lot of platforms are just, here's what you get, and you don't get to make a lot of changes to that, or you don't get to make it look like you want it to look. And I love that Uscreen is not that. It's customizable. It is completely up to you what you want it to look like, what you want it to feel like, and your user gets a really cool, bingeable experience on the back end. And I know I've talked a lot about how memberships are super easy to create in this video, and we're gonna finish off with the last few things that you need to create a membership. But Uscreen has this awesome free guide to help you go from nothing to membership in 6 weeks, which is magical, and it's completely free. They're going to walk you through a week-to-week plan to get you from no membership to a membership super fast, because 6 weeks is nothing, and if you can get your membership done in 6 weeks, it is magical. So I'm going to put the link below for you to be able to get that guide, because it is going to be massively impactful for you, and it's going to walk you through everything you need to know inside of Uscreen as well, and all the things we can't get into in this video. Okay, so once you have the actual platform to host it on, you need a sales page. You need some kind of page that says, hey, here's the membership that I offer, here's how you buy into it. And you can do this a lot of different ways. Because I already have a sales page platform that I use for everything else, I actually host my sales page not on Uscreen, but Uscreen has sales pages for their memberships too. Most platforms are gonna have sales pages that you can use. So, but you need some type of sales page that's like, here's the information, here's what you need to know, here's what you're gonna get, here's what you're gonna get monthly, and here's how to buy, with a button that takes them to like Uscreen to actually purchase. And last but not least, you need traffic. You need traffic to send to the sales page that will take them to purchase, that will take them to the membership that you created with the content you created in it to solve the problem you're solving for the specific person. Like, once this is all set up, you just need to send traffic to it. On Uscreen's website, they have this really cool tool where you can see like what your existing audience size is and kind of play with some numbers and see what you could possibly make from a membership. So let's say my audience size is 200,000, because it is, and I expect 1% of them to pay for the membership. We're looking at $240,000 a year. That's amazing for $10 a month. That's insane. Or if you want to go up to like $30 a month, that's over $700,000 a year that you could make from a membership with an audience of 200,000 people. But let's say you have an audience of like 10,000 people and you want to charge $19 a month. You're looking at an extra $22,000 a year. Let's finagle with this a little bit and get it to like $36,000. That was the salary that I was making when I quit my corporate job to be a stay-at-home mom / to start my business 14 years ago almost. To be able to replace my income with a membership would have been magical. And literally, I fully believe you could get an audience of 10,000 people in the next year, charge them $30 a month for a membership, and make this kind of money. And then it just continues to go up from there. So once you have, 60,000 people, and you're converting 1% of them into a $30 membership, now you're at like over $200,000 a year. So this whole thing works really well if you're constantly sending the traffic you're creating from your content to your membership. And there's this like theory or, I don't know, rule of business, I guess, that I have never been good at, but some people are. And that is like the rule of ones. And essentially it's like you have one offer, you have one platform you promote it on, you have one niche, you have like, one thing, right? And you do all of that until you hit $1 million or until it's been a year, like whatever you want to put in there. So imagine if you started today and you started really focusing on one platform, which is YouTube, and promoting this one thing, which was your membership, which you can get done in like 6 weeks with that guide that I was telling you about, right? And for the next year, that's all you did was focus on creating really good YouTube videos and then sending people to your membership to get like additional benefits from your YouTube videos. It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And when it comes to sending traffic to your offer, to your membership, that's as easy as in your videos being like, hey, I have this membership, I'll link it below. Or, hey, don't forget, you can join this membership. Or a couple times a year doing a big promo for it. Like, it's not that hard of a thing to do. So if you're wanting to create a membership, I just gave you all of it. I just gave you all the details. I just showed you exactly how to do it. And my next step for you would be to send you to grab that free guide that will take you from 0 to launching a membership in 6 weeks, because that's going to give you literal prompts and weekly things to do to get you there. And I love that Uscreen put that together. That's new and I love it so much. I'll make sure to link that guide, the link to Uscreen, and anything else that you need that I mentioned in this video in the description below. And thank you, Uscreen, for sponsoring this video. And if you're a YouTuber or content creator who's not taking advantage of memberships, this is your sign to do it, okay?